Hello, my name's Annie de Jong. I'm the CEO here at the Ballarat Cemetery. I have the honour of caring for over 75,000 people in our cemetery, and it is very much an honour. I'm here to talk to you about how to plan or what to think about for a ceremony at end of life, or what can be called a funeral. So, you've died or your loved one has died. What are you going to do? So depending on the circumstances, one of your phone calls is to a funeral director who will come and collect your loved one and care for him or her while you decide or think about what your end of life ceremony is or funeral. So they play an essential role in helping you plan. You don't have to use a funeral director, but then you need to think about how you're going to care for your loved one at home until you make a decision around burial or cremation. So that's an essential service that a funeral director provides. The other thing a funeral director will do is all the statutory requirements, all of the forms. So notification to Centrelink, notification to birth, deaths and marriages, and collect all of the information needed for your loved one to be buried or cremated, which are the two choices that you have in Victoria. So they're the things that a funeral director does for you. Another option is for them to help you organise what your end of life ceremony looks like, or your loved ones. I really love it when people think about their own, because then they're taking care of it for their family and friends, so that when you die, all your family and friends need to do is follow your instructions, but then they have time to grieve and share stories with each other about your life and about you. So back to what the ceremony can look like. So a couple of things that you need to know. In Victoria, if you're coming to a crematorium or a cemetery, you must come in a coffin or a casket. You can be buried or cremated in a shroud in Victoria, but you must by legislation enter the gates in a casket or coffin. So think about what that looks like. And as I said, funeral directors can help you with that. So think about whether you want to be buried or cremated and share that with your family and friends. Because I tell you what, when people come to see us and they don't know, it is quite distressing for them to make that decision. So if you're doing this for yourself, good on you, that's fantastic, because what you're doing is caring for your friends and family for your end of life. So they get to remember you. So a couple of things around a ceremony. Think about who's going to speak. Mull it over the, kitchen table about whether family or friends would like to speak. If nobody does, a civil celebrant can help you with that. If you have a particular religion or faith, they have teams that'll come in and help you organise your funeral or end of life ceremony. So just think about who can help you. So you've got time to grieve and got time to remember your loved ones. A couple of things around what ceremonies can look like. We talked about people speaking. Couple of other things, whether you'd like flowers out of your garden, or for the funeral director to organise a florist, whether you'd like music to be played. If there's a particular picture that you'd like on an order of ceremony, my mum picked hers, I had it in the top drawer until she died, so share that with family and friends, or spend some time going through the photo albums. Whether you'd like a photo presentation, whether the loved one liked particular types of music. These are all things that you can have at a ceremony. There are lots of different coffins. You can get coffins where you actually write messages on them about your loved one. So just have a think about now about what that looks like for you. So there's no hurry. Some religions require, do a burial within 24 hours, but the time between your loved one dying and when you have a ceremony is completely up to family and friends. There is no hurry. The funeral director or the funeral home will care for your loved one until you're ready. So get planning now, get all of those documents together that you need for end of life and funeral planning, or what your family and friends may need to know. Bank accounts, wills, passwords to social media. It's great when somebody gets all of that together, puts it in a bottom drawer and shares that with family and friends. Thank you.